On this week's Gadget Show Web TV, Otis checks out Jaycut, a premier online video editor. I bring you this week's best tech news, and John tests the new Canon 550D digital SLR. Hello and welcome to this week's Gadget Show Web TV. John, who is the resident master in photography at the Gadget Show, got his hands on Canon's brand new Full HD digital SLR camera. And to test it out, he spent a day at the Birmingham Botanical Gardens.
This is Canon's new 550D digital SLR, and the most remarkable thing about it is that it has the same excellent 1080p quality video performance of the much more expensive EOS 7D. This, though, is well under £700 for the body alone. I reckon at that price it could revolutionise Hollywood movie making. You know, the stunt sequences, they could have a whole load of these things lying around and really get close to the action without worrying about whether they get smashed up or not. And even for us mere mortals who might be enjoying a day out here at Birmingham's excellent botanical gardens, the movie making is also excellent. Of course, there's the usual digital SLR video problems. It's quite difficult to see the screen in bright light. Manual focusing is quite difficult on the screen, and autofocusing is rather slow. But you've got to persevere. So it's not quite the point-and-shoot experience you'd get with a conventional camcorder. There are lots of useful features, as well as onboard sound. For example, you get a 3.5mm microphone socket in the side. But what about its stills taking capabilities? Well, unlike Nikon, who seem to think that 12 megapixels is enough for all cameras at the moment, Canon are increasing their megapixel count all the time, and it's reached 18 megapixels with the 550D. It can give you more detail in the shots, though I find with most of the lenses you're likely to use with this camera, you can't actually notice any difference in the detail. Even with this improved 18-135 kit lens, which my 550 came with, you can't tell the difference. Here's a shot with the 550D, here's a shot with the earlier 450D on 12 megapixels. Zoom right in. You can't really tell the difference. Where I found you could tell the difference was when you were using a really expensive lens on the 550D. I was privileged to use Canon's excellent 70-200 f2.8 recently. Here's a shot of Jason. I found I could crop right in and still get a very, very sharp shot with the 550D. The image quality overall, though, is very, very good. And thankfully, Canon haven't compromised on the camera's low light abilities. You don't get extra noise at high ISOs. In fact, they've boosted the ISO settings. They now go up to 12,800, and it's quite usable. Canon have also improved the metering system. It now has no less than 63 different metering zones, and definitely the performance is an improvement over the 550D's predecessors, but it wasn't bang on all the time, and you still get just the 9 autofocus zones, not the extra number you get on Canon's more expensive digital SLRs. The quick question, though, is this now the definitive entry-level digital SLR? Well, it's tricky, really, because it is actually quite expensive, and Nikon's D5000 is considerably cheaper. It's got the nice tilting screen at the back, and it also has excellent image quality, albeit with only 12 megapixels. The Canon, though, has that superb video mode and the potential for extra detail in its images. It really is a very, very difficult decision. It could keep me awake all night.
Right, news time now, and first up, if you're a Mac owner and a little bit partial to some computer gaming action, then your choice of games have been pretty limited so far. But that's about to change, as Valve have just announced that they're bringing their ever-popular download service Steam to the Macintosh on the 12th of May. For the last 7 years, over 25 million PC users have been enjoying the near-instant access to a catalogue of over 1,000 games that can be downloaded straight to their PCs. And in less than a week, Mac users will be able to enjoy the same service, giving them the ability to purchase and play some of the biggest PC games around, without even having to pop to the shops. With launch titles including much of Valve's acclaimed back catalogue such as Left 4 Dead 2, Counter-Strike and Portal, and with many other games developers pledging support for the platform, gaming on the Mac has suddenly become very interesting. Now, if like us, you're one of the 5 million users that relies on the excellent free and paid-for music streaming service Spotify, then you'll be pleased to hear it's just got even better. Over the last week, Spotify has begun rolling out its biggest update since it originally launched, and it promises to make discovering new music a lot more social. Not only can you now import and share your entire iTunes library with the world, but you can also access your very own social music profile. This allows you to publish details about your favourite songs to Facebook and Twitter. You can get music recommendations from your friends and even subscribe to your colleagues' playlists so you can have a listen as soon as they're created. It's a great addition to an already fantastic service, although you might want to think twice before sharing that Tina Turner playlist with your mates. And finally, just in case there was any doubt that 2010 would be the year of the tablet, Apple have announced that they've just shipped their 1 millionth iPad. With UK pre-orders opening on May 10th, and with expectations of similar products coming from the other big-named manufacturers before Christmas, perhaps now's the time to decide if you really need that extra computer in your life. Now it's time for Otis to try out his cutting skills, and I don't mean with a pair of these. No, he's testing out the latest and advanced online video editor. But first, he had to find me.
Now, there's many of you out there that have one of these or something similar. It's a mini camcorder that allows you to shoot footage anywhere you go, and the fact that it's small means you can put it in your pocket until you get home and you're ready to transfer it to your computer. What do you then do before uploading them to your chosen website? Well, you have to edit them, of course. Now, editing software can be quite expensive, especially if you've just forked out around £100 for one of these. But there is a solution. It's called Jaycut. It's actually an online editing system that allows you to create slideshows, edit your videos before then uploading them to social networking sites or maybe a website like YouTube. It's actually got quite an extensive range of tools that you can use to do your editing, and also you're allowed to re-edit or remix previously edited or mixed footage. And what I'm going to do to demonstrate it is I'm going to take some footage on my Flip, a little mini movie, if you will. I tell you what I'll do, we'll go in search of the lovely Dion. And we're recording. Joe, have you seen Dion?
I haven't, mate.
Yeah. The search for Dion South continues. We're going to go downstairs. Let's see if she's in the office. That's Chris. That's my producer there, of all things web orientated. You can't see his full face at the moment. He's a bit shy. No, he isn't. Right. Looking around the office. Mark, have you seen Dion anywhere? In the last minute or so? No. I have my suspicions that perhaps Dion South is answering the call of nature. We'll just wait until we... There she is, ladies and gentlemen! We have found her! The search
I can hear
is
someone
over!
talking.
Yes, Dion South. Say, just mate. So where have you been? We've been searching for you.
Just went to the ladies.
Oh, right.
Wash my hands.
So there we are, eh? The search for Dion has borne fruit. Yay!
Can I go back to work now?
Yeah, of course you
Okay.
can. Off you go. And there she goes, look. The lovely Dion South going up the stairs. And she's gone. So, once you're happy with everything you've shot, you can transfer it to your hard drive for editing. You can trim it, you can put effects on it, you can lay a soundtrack down on it. There really isn't that much that you can't do. Joe, have you seen Dion?
I haven't, mate.
I have my suspicions that perhaps Dion South is answering the call of nature. There she is, ladies and gentlemen! We have found her! So there we are, eh? The search for Dion has borne fruit. Yay!
Well, that's it for today's Web TV, but on next week's show, John is on the move with the new Sony Mini Notebook. Otis discovers live video streaming, and I bring you the latest tech news. But if you cannot wait until next week to get your gadget fix, make sure you check out the rest of our website for exclusive videos and content. And don't forget to catch the main show this Monday night at 8 on 5. But from me and everyone else here at Web TV, we'll see you at the same time next week.